Okay, so today I just wanted to jump on and talk to someone who may be deciding at the moment that they're going to stop going towards their goals because something has happened that they didn't expect, didn't anticipate, they didn't like, that have caused them to bruise their ego a little bit, or maybe to be judged or whatever it is. And I want to just say to you, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself or give up on your goals because you have failed at something, okay? Whenever we are going to do something new, there are numerous mistakes we're going to make. We're not going to get it right the first time. There's no such thing as being perfect at something that you've never done before. So we kind of need to move away from this idea of perfection if we're going to achieve our goals. And the reason why I think that's so important is because you are inevitably going to make a million mistakes when it comes to going towards your goals because you are doing something new. So a good way to think about it, instead of looking at it as making a million mistakes, look at it as finding a million new ways to do something, giving yourself permission to learn. If you're doing something new, it means you're a beginner. That's what it means, basically. You're a beginner, and maybe you spent a lot of your time doing things that you've always done and that you're amazing at and that you don't make mistakes in. So when you're now trying to do something new, you're comparing your ability in an arena that you're skilled at to an arena that you're a beginner in, okay? So it's so important that we don't get caught up in perfectionism when it comes to achieving our goals or setting out to do something, because quite often that is the reason why we don't pursue things, because being a learner and a beginner is the thing that makes you scared when you're going to do something new. It's what makes you doubtful. It's what knocks your confidence, because you've been so used to living your life in a particular way and doing things that you've always done that you've forgotten how it feels to learn something new. But if you cast your mind back on areas that you're exceptionally good at now, and trace your mind back to the beginning and how it felt when you started and how little you knew and how inexperienced and how worrying that was in the beginning, hopefully you can see a correlation between what you're doing now. Sometimes we need to cast our mind back to other times when we haven't been experienced in something and recall the process that we went through in order to gain that experience and how long it took for us to gain that experience in order for us to get a really clear and proper perspective about what we're doing now. Sometimes I think we're just so unrealistic about how quickly it takes to learn something new. And I think that we can be really hard on ourselves when it comes to making mistakes in the beginning when we're pursuing new ventures. And to be honest, it's inevitable. It doesn't really matter how much reading you do or how much knowledge you have in a particular area. Whenever you actually have to put into action what it is that you're going to do and it's new, it's going to be a bit frightening and you're going to make quite a lot of mistakes, and you're going to have to allow yourself to make mistakes if you want to learn and get better at things, right? The only thing I think is fundamental when it comes to pursuing something new is being really easy on yourself in terms of how well you want to perform in that new thing in the start, okay? If you can be really easy on yourself in terms of allowing yourself to make mistakes and allowing yourself to not be perfect, you can get so much further with what you're doing,